Welcome back to the Half Past First Cast Tackle Cave. Despite the sailfish on my hat, we are talking Lobinas Grandes today. We are freshly back from our trip to Mexico, which was amazing. We timed it perfectly because we hit the first rains of the season, which meant that it was cooler than normal for June. We still got the same great offshore bite, and we also got some topwater bite. We also timed it really well because as soon as we got back, there was the Tackle Warehouse July 4th sale. So I did not get anything from Total Pickleball. I did not get anything from Tennis Warehouse or Running Warehouse. Certainly not Running Warehouse. Or Inline Warehouse or Riding Warehouse. I got it from Tackle Warehouse. I made an order. You should really wait for those sales to come along. They do an amazing job. Everything was here within 3 days from either California or Georgia. Simply the best place to buy tackle of all. I didn't need much because if you've read my ultimate guide to El Salto and Picachos, you know that I leave tackle down there. But I do an inventory every time before we leave, so I make sure to stock up on the staples that we need. And that's what this box includes, is some staples. Nothing particularly fancy, nothing particularly new or exciting, but things that I need to have down there that I didn't have down there. So let's go in and see what we have. Well, first, of course, there's a t-shirt. If you spend $150, you get a Tackle Warehouse t-shirt. We tend to give them to friends and guides and people like that because, frankly, I have 60 or 70 fishing-related t-shirts. Next, pack of Zoom Mag Flukes in the white ice color. A fluke is something I don't fish a lot down there. Frankly, in the smaller size fluke, I like the Yamamoto D-Shad, but this time some people got on a good bite on this Mag Fluke, so I wanted to make sure I had at least one pack of them down there. I do have some down there already. The problem is if you don't store them straight and they stay in the heat, they get bent ridiculously out of shape and are basically unusable. So I want to have a pack. I'll probably bring them back and forth with me. Next, 2 packs of 5.8-inch Kitex. Didn't have any down there. Don't really use it that much. Some people got on a good bite on the larger size, the 5.8 and even the 6.8 this time, so I wanted to make sure that I had some in bait fish colors. Also, just 2 more packs of Kitex in the 4.8-inch size. Again, in a white color and in a bait fish color. I have a fair number down there, but a lot of the ones that I have are the Strike King Range Swimmers in KVD Magic, which is our guide's favorite color, but I don't want to have just that color down there. Keeping with the swim bait trend, Bass Mafia Zal Dangerous swim bait. This is the pre-rigged version. It's not super heavy, but this time most of our swim bait fish were not along the bottom. They were suspended in the water column. I think just the way this one looks so natural will be a really good addition. Couple of packs of 5-inch Bass Tricks. We did not throw a hollow belly on this trip, but I realized that my stock is running low. 5-inch is kind of small, actually. I do have some 6-inch and even some 7-inch down there. I'll probably be disinclined to throw this unless the bite is really tough, but never hurts to have some extra pairs. Some of you may have seen my video that my original Whopper Plopper that I bought back in 2015 or 2016 in the powder color 130 size no longer floats. It gets waterlogged now and sinks, so I had to replace that. The old one is sitting on my desk with no hooks as a reminder of all the hundreds of big fish that I caught on it. Just an amazing bait. I probably should have bought 2 of these, but there'll be another sale between now and the next time we go back. This was a heavy-duty cranking trip. I realized that I have a lot of the Berkley dredgers, mostly in the 17.5 and 20.5. I have some gaudy colors. In the 25.5, I have a mix of colors. I realized I needed some natural colors in the 17.5 and the 20.5. Here's a blueback herring one. There's another blueback herring one. And here's threadfin shad. That dredger is really kind of a hidden gem. Obviously we throw the 6XD a lot. You can throw the fat-free shad, a DT20. What I like about the dredger, frankly, is not only is it a small profile that gets down quickly, but they never seem to get out of tune. They seem to run perfectly forever, no matter how many fish you catch, no matter how many times you replace the hooks, no matter how many rocks you bounce off of. I need to remember to throw that one more. But of course, there is the 6XD, which is a confidence bait. Barfish, that's one of my favorite colors, one that not many people throw. Sexy shad. Natural shad, chartreuse with the green back. I think some people call that Homer. And then, I don't know what this color is. Chartreuse sexy shad. It's a little bit different, something that we don't have already. So a few more 6XDs. You never know if we're going to run out, or if there's going to be one color that's working better than others, or if someone else is going to run out and need to get a few from us. Of course, spike it. Be careful when you pack this going down. Wrap it in multiple Ziplocs, because if this explodes in your suitcase, you are trick screwed. But you got to have it. The guides live and die by it down there. I believe it makes a difference. I don't know how much of a difference, but it never hurts to have it. And finally, the clip on my scale broke on this trip, and the last thing you want is to have a 9 or 10 pounder on the clip and either fall in the bottom of the boat, or even worse, fall in the drink. So I needed to get a new clip from AccuCull. That's what it looks like. I figured this is the type of item that probably doesn't produce a really high margin from them, so they could stop making it at some point. So instead of getting one, I got two. They're like 12 bucks a piece. You get the 15% discount. That's a couple more bucks off. Just a bargain, so you know exactly what your PB weighed. That's it. That's $180, $190 worth. Nothing groundbreaking, nothing new. I'm sure I'll make another couple of orders before we go back to El Salto. But those are my staples. You can see exactly what we use. We don't have any sponsors. We don't have any direct associations with companies. Those are the lures we use and we pay our own good money for. We highly recommend them for your next trip to Lake El Salto or Lake Picachos.